Just the Guys Podcast.
Yes, guys, salute to you all. Positivity is definitely coming your way. For people who are wondering what this is a shout out to the Illuminati, the all seeing eye. For people who don't know, I am an employee of the Illuminati. Uh, I have been tasked with keeping you guys off track by talking about trending topics so that you can not pay attention to what's actually going on the world stage. I am an individual that will admit the fact that I will participate in the beheading of goats in a forest around a Pentagon. Salute to you all, Logic, Tyrone, Soldiers of Finance, Gimpy, and Chadwick. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead, guys. Salute to you all. Go
Can
ahead.
somebody tell me what sponsorship we just lost?
No. You actually gain sponsors
We
when
got the
you
backing.
when you actually acknowledge the Illuminati, guys.
Is
But
that
go
right?
ahead, guys. Yeah, salute to you all. Positivity is definitely coming your way, guys. We're going to be talking about the foundational Black Americans and why I am the king of the FBAs. Guys, get the likes up, share the video. For people who are wondering why we are solely talking about the FBAs today, is that the FBAs, like many other fringe groups, will be in for a very rude awakening for the next 4 years, politically, economically, socially. And I just want to prepare the cult-like followers of the foundational Black American movement. But anyway, guys, how are you guys doing? Go Donald Trump, go America, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, America's back, baby.
Yeah.
We back, America back.
Yeah.
It's been a great week.
Yeah.
I'm actually new to this whole FBA thing.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about it, so I look forward to being educated tonight. I'll probably have a lot of questions and probably more questions after this call ends.
Yeah, same here.
But let's get into it, man.
This one's new to me too.
Real quick, guys, before we get into the main topic, do you guys believe that we are in a golden era after the beautiful inauguration of our dear and beloved Donald Trump? Respectfully.
Yes, we are.
We are.
Golden era.
Okay.
We have had 4 years of winning in 5 days.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Guys, the
And
foundation.
even with what's going on. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. No. You go ahead. Reason.
No, I was just saying, even with what's going on, with him saying, "Hey, you know what? This mass deportation thing and all of that good fun stuff."
Yeah.
It's crazy because we understand that this is going to be in court and everybody is going to have their issues with it. But in the first 4 days, everything he said he was going to do,
He did.
he's done it.
Yeah.
So
But
I
ain't
mean,
it crazy how quick America can change?
Yeah.
Yo, that's the crazy part to me. Like, yeah, I remember growing up, man. I used to want to be, I used to want to grow up in a single parent household.
Wow.
Like, because you know those friends that you had in school and they had single parents and they feel like they're all free and they can do what they want and everything like that. This when Trump got elected, it's just like dad came home, he came to claim his throne, and he's laying down the law, and that's what it is. And childless. I hate to put it like this, but childless adults, I mean, not childless adults, but fatherless adults are feeling what it feels like to have a dad, and they don't like it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is you're seeing that the left is going crazy because once again, he is proving that if you do want to get things done in government, you can.
Yeah.
Dude,
Was
4
Melania-
days, the people in North Carolina are in housing. 4 days.
Melania was dressed like a 1930s mobster. Was that a symbolic message at the inauguration? Did anybody notice that she was really dressed like so? It was like a nice fitted zoot suit, but it was like fitted suit. Did anybody pay attention to that?
Well, as always, she looked like the fashion model she is, always dressed very nicely.
Yeah.
But I think that her vibe is that Eastern European vibe where she knows what we dodged here, okay? She really understands the stakes here. Like another young lady that is in our organization, our fold here,
Yeah.
has that real world experience. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, she was dressed for Joe Biden's funeral that she attended.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that. Wow. That was really symbolic. That was really symbolic. Where in
Yeah,
the
some
hell
crazy
was this?
things though have been.
Yeah. No, go
Forgive
ahead. No,
me,
go ahead.
Caddick. No, just
No.
the fact that he said Biden just weird popped into my head. I mean, dude, a couple of days ago, I don't know if you guys heard this or not, became an official member
Yeah.
of the Prince Hall Order.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
Like,
saw
there
that.
have been some strange.
Who became a member?
Joe
Joe
Biden
Biden. Joe Biden. Yeah.
Biden
Really?
became a
became
Freemason,
an
a
Yeah.
master
official Prince
Mason.
Hall
Yeah.
Mason on the
Yep.
19th.
Wow.
Are you serious?
I personally had to look into that myself
Yeah.
because
So
Yeah, I
I
what?
was
wonder if
So
the
like,
Gematrians saw that
so
coming.
what does that mean then?
They
Reason
see it,
because
the Gematrians with their numbers on the 19th.
Yeah.
what does that mean? Reason?
well, okay. For those who don't know, I am a member of the Masonic Order, and I'm happy to talk about it, and
Uh-oh.
I speak it freely. No, it's just it's weird because Prince Hall is they are, and no offense to my brothers, I'm ancient Scottish Rite, but Prince Hall, these guys are like they're very one-sided. It seems when it
Yeah.
comes to the order, they are very um black people only. Like they are
Right, right. It's
they're
the black
very,
man.
very, very, very with that. Like
Right.
something you'd never see is you'd never see like a white guy running a Prince Hall Lodge ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rare. Now I'm saying like I've known a couple of people who are white who are a
Yeah.
part of Prince Hall,
Yeah.
but it's inordinately rare.
Yeah.
Understand that. So
Yeah.
when I heard this, I was like, dude, he took photos with like
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, Prince Hall was W.S. Banker. Prince Hall was the first black Freemason. So like, I mean, not he I can't necessarily say
From
that. He
sorry,
was the first one that was like, you know what? I'm going to do this myself because they don't want to accept us in the
Yeah.
order back in that time.
Well,
So I
also,
just thought that was weird.
So
I'm
so
sorry,
why
go
did
ahead.
he get inducted? Because he know like Biden knows who's black and who's not. Then how did he get inducted in I guess into this particular order?
How
well,
did he get
let me say this: it, Biden's a Catholic, or so he professes.
Yes, that's another thing. But go ahead. I'm
you
sorry.
can't be a
That's another thing.
Freemason
You
and be a
can't be a
Catholic.
There's a
Freemason and be a
prohibition
Catholic.
against being a Freemason if you're Catholic. Catholics
Mm.
prohibit that. The Catholic
Hmm.
Church prohibits that.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Could all things be performative, sir? Could this all be more to the narrative of the Biden story that just
Yeah.
is? I'm sorry, like it's all a show, man.
But what's the
Getting a
point?
reward from these people for a lifetime achievement of suck it up.
yeah,
But what's
you
the
know.
point?
Money. I'm sure there's money involved. There's
Yeah.
always money involved. Or sex. He's too old for that one.
Yeah.
Or drugs. Also too old for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's adrenical. Or some such other fictional. But again, I'm sorry. Like, it's the biggest fraud that guy got that, right? Like, you all understand that. Like, everything about it is wrong.
But
You're a Mason. Don't you feel like dirties it for you? Dude, you take so much pride in that reason.
Yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
you don't feel like a sloppy hoe because
No,
of that.
understand again, and understand. I'm not Prince Hall, so like I mean, but
Dude,
we
you're a
are all
Freemason. Doesn't that shit all over Freemason by saying some white dude just randomly walked up and got a lifetime achievement award for being the white dude who said you ain't black if you don't vote? Okay, never
I
mind.
mean, it's
again,
not
I'm
like
wrong. Sorry, the Jewish
I'm
guy's
not
just gonna go
again.
stand in the corner.
It's no again. I'm not Prince Hall. They can do what they want to do. My thought process is very simple. We're all brothers. A lot of them don't think that way though. So I mean, I don't know, and I just want to answer this real quick,
Yeah.
real quick, because Mr. Jason Vega put up, I'm glad I had a base in Christianity, as I may have joined Freemasonry in college. Understand very simply, and it's very very simple. You have to believe in a higher power to be a Mason. So I mean,
Okay.
like you do. So I mean, there are a lot of Christian Mason. We're a Christian lodge. So it's something to think about.
Well, guys, the foundational Black Americans. I don't know if you guys are hip to this fringe group, but it's a cult. It is a cult of personality created by Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed has founded patent. He has a patent for this. Um, this man knows no bounds, and he is an incredible grifter who is monopolizing off of this great capitalistic system and off of the emotions of people who are really, really ignorant. Uh, what Tariq has done. First of all, do you guys even know Tariq Nasheed?
I'm familiar with
Okay.
him. I don't
Yep.
follow him, but I know who he is.
Ex gangster, ex pimp, ex R&B singer. You can all look this up. He had a book called The Mac, How to Mac. He's a grifter, and he knows that a lot of Black Americans are in a state of mental slavery that a lot of Black Americans have created mental slavery, and he knows how to play on this mental slavery that a lot of Black Americans have. A lot of Black Americans believe that they were slaves. Like they actually believe that they themselves were slaves or are slaves, even though they were born in 1990. A lot of Black Americans believe that they are oppressed. They believe that white supremacy is somehow stopping them from doing certain things, even though they live in the lap of luxury. So he plays into this. And the one thing that Tariq is doing that I gotta call brilliance on, this Negro has what we call the late night check-in. You guys up to speed with this? The late night check-in. Okay.
Not familiar.
Okay. On Twitter, we have what we call Twitter Spaces. You guys familiar with Twitter? So you familiar
Yeah.
with Twitter Spaces?
Yeah.
Okay. So Twitter Spaces, sort of like live streaming, but it's all audio. People come into your Twitter space. Tariq is all the way in California, and he does something that is very interesting. He waits until either 12 or 1 o'clock his time to go live 3 days out the week. Now, we all know a lot of Black Americans live on the East Coast. So you have a lot of Black Americans that are in Alabama, in Florida, in New York. And mind you, it's sometimes 3 o'clock when he cams up. Now, you may be asking, why does he do this, CT? Well, he does it because of sleep deprivation. This is what cult leaders do. They wait until the mind is really, me, I get to retard mode about 7 o'clock myself. So think about you're waiting for this. So think about you're waiting for this cult leader to call in. You're waiting for this cult leader to tell you how much further you are oppressed. You're waiting for this cult leader to give you the next trauma bond message. You're already at a susceptible stage right now. So you're tired, but you're awake. And so you will believe anything, right? And so he does this on purpose. If you ever check into the Tariq Nasheed. So anyway, these foundational Black Americans have a hit out for me. I've had death threats. I've had constant people want to assault me, et cetera, et cetera.
Dude, you better watch it. You catch a fade.
Yeah,
Old men threaten you, like 80-year-olds threaten you.
And what I do is that I expose the hypocrisy of this foundational Black American movement. Imagine being told you are not oppressed. Imagine being told that there is no white boogeyman. Imagine being told, hey, man, even if you believe in this stuff, you have developing nation states in Africa. All Black nations. I even had a young woman named Security Boss call into the show. She cammed up from South Africa, all Black nation, in her mansion. So when you tell the Blacks, hey, man, you can leave this white man, right? That's what they believe. You could leave this white man. You could leave this racism, white supremacy. They get mad at you because it goes against their doctrine or their doctrine. It goes against their leader. So these foundational Black Americans are going to be in for a rude awakening because the next 4 years, which are the beginning of the golden era, nobody cares about these trauma bond stories. Nobody cares about, nobody's going to care about that. Right now we have a president who literally in an inaugural speech said he's going to fight for First Amendment rights or your First Amendment. So a lot of these Black Americans, man, they're going to be upset when people are going to be very vocal And so this is the danger zone with these foundational Black Americans.
But I
They're
thought
not
the
going
FBAs were the ones that helped Trump get elected.
no. The foundational Black Americans, this is a cult. This is a cult. And most people don't recognize this cult. I mean, most people don't recognize this. You can't walk out in public and say, "Are you a foundational Black American?" They look at you like you're crazy. This is an actual cult at this point. It's an. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to call the FBI and label this as a, get them put on a terrorist watch list, because these people are very violent. They are very vocal about being violent. And if you question anything about this organization, they are willing to attack you, and they'll tell you. So online threats one day, and then the next day they may actually attack people because you ever heard of a fire sale? A fire sale is an app that you got to get rid of because it's damn near valued at nothing.
So what is the goal? What is the goal of FBAs? Like what?
Racism.
All right. So I'm very new to this. Right. I'm very new to this FBA thing.
Big goal of theirs.
And
racism is not a hot commodity anymore, and these people are starting to recognize this, and they are starting to go crazy. And so the fact that they can't sell this bullshit to anybody else anymore, the fact that other groups of people are coming into this country, other people that come from horrific situations, horrific environments, bad governments, these people who come over here and they succeed, they're doing better than these FBAs who've been here for years, for generations. It's going to be a lot of problems. And that's what the foundational Black American is. I land my plane on that one. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. Does anybody?
This is a learning session for me.
I just have more questions than anything.
This is a learning session for me. So yeah, I have a question as well for anyone that would have the answer. Like, so with that being said, let me see.
Ask anything you want. I'm the expert on this. I'm actually declaring myself to be the king and the leader of the foundational Black American movement because I need to help these people.
Okay, so do you believe that? Do you believe that there is a thought that there is misrepresentation in government from foundational Black Americans? Is that something that is even important?
No, I mean the foundational Black Americans, they believe that there is misrepresentation everywhere, and they will blame it on any mysterious outside source, right? Reason, I'm telling you, man. These people are. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
No, real quick. Can somebody put up the super chat from Speak Radio? $5 super chat says next X space Myron holds. You should jump on CT. It's straight comedy.
Yeah. I keep getting invited by people. They want me to come on with Myron from Fresh and Fit is on.
Speak Radio, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. You guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's 75 of you, 79 of you in here. We got 29 likes. Please get those likes up. It'll be greatly appreciated to help move the YouTube algorithm. I yield to you. Go ahead, Chaotic.
This cult of FBA, you tell them, hey man, during Reconstruction, Blacks were senators, members of Congress, millionaires. You tell them that Blacks were phenomenal at like even after Reconstruction or post-Reconstruction, Blacks were phenomenal in entering into the education fields, et cetera, before the Civil Rights Movement. They don't care. They don't care if you tell them they've always been represented in the highest levels of society here in America. They don't care about the fact that you tell them that you are the most wealthiest Blacks on the planet. They still want to hold on to some sort of trauma. And I'm surprised you guys aren't hip to this, man.
So let me ask, because I hear some people who lean conservative claim to be foundational Black Americans as well. Now, is this also one of those things where you have this name, like, similar to Black Lives Matter, right? Or diversity, equity, inclusion, where these names, right, they sound good, and most people would agree that Black Lives Matter, but then under the surface of the organization is completely something different. Because I hear like some conservatives say that they're foundational Black Americans, and while from a lineage perspective, right? Because if we're talking about lineage, if because that's what was brought up sometimes, that aspect may be true, but then maybe from a let's say mindset or demeanor or philosophy, right? There's something underneath. Is that what's going on?
What's going on is you have a group of people that don't have a codified language, a codified code, a codified culture. And Gimpy's been on the panel before. You will hear it,
Yeah,
right?
but dude, to be fair, they tell you that all that. I'm sorry, man, but
No, no, you're good. You're good. You're
from
good.
their perspective, and again, I don't know why I'm the one arguing for FBAs at this moment, but like they would say they had culture, they had codified stuff. They didn't have wheels, but they had rivers that they transported. Like I'm just saying, like they claim to have starships and
Yeah.
blimps and 55,000 patents. And like again, I'm
So
just gonna
Wakanda is what you're
like
talking about.
we was kings.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to make light of it, but like that stereotype statement is what they run around claiming is that everything was stolen from them. That
Yeah.
I mean, some of them go to claim that they're Native Americans, that they're more
Yeah.
Indian than Indians, like
Yeah.
that they're the southeastern tribe or whatever. I'm not well versed enough to know, but they
Yeah.
claim to not even be of sub-Saharan descent. At best, they're Oriental, Asiatic migrants coming through a bazillion years ago. I mean, we've heard stuff like that. They have like solar chrome DNA, special, like,
Yeah.
dude, like there are some people who would. I watched an 80-year-old man threaten CT to come find him at the inauguration. Like, if everybody wants to know, that's basically why CT
Yeah.
didn't come. He chickened out. He was afraid Ben was coming to get him. He called me up. He was like, Gimpy, I can't do it. Ben's looking to give me a fade. I mean, dude, that's how it is. These guys are like religious about their belief,
Yeah.
and they think that they had everything that we claim to be part of
Yeah.
Western civilization came from them originally a bazillion years ago. Like,
And then and so what we are about to see, guys, particularly with this segment of the population, the tar and feathering of people. You reason, you logic, you soldiers of finance. What do you mean chaotic? Well, the way they tar and feather people is this. Anything you say against the doctrine, you're a tether. They call you a tether.
No, I'm
That's
glad you're
dangerous.
going there because I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So
Let's say,
hell,
what
I
the
don't even
hell
know
is
what it
that?
means, really. So I guess a tether is somebody who is not a quote unquote true foundational Black American. So
How
now
do you
they
find that out? Like, I mean, dude,
but
is
CT is
this
the
the same
king of
thing?
tethers.
Hold
that's
on,
what
is
they
this the
do.
same thing as this? So are FBAs the same thing as American descendants of slavery? Is this
No,
is
not
this the
ADOS.
same thing?
No, ADOS is totally different. I know exactly what you mean. So ADOS is a totally different movement, and it's an old movement. The FBA movement is the new thing now. ADOS is more I guess FBA is more lineage based, right? Uh FBA is more, they don't acknowledge their African roots. It's the weirdest thing. And let me tell you guys something real quick. In Rwanda, which is in Africa, 30 something years ago, they did the same thing. They called the Tutsis Inyanzi. Now, Inyanzi, for people who don't know, is a cockroach. All it takes, all it takes is for one of these crazy FBA mother blankers to really act upon what they think. And so what I'm saying is that, yeah, we may never see the same levels of savagery that took place in Rwanda, but this FBA movement is wild. You got a lot of different people with a lot of different belief systems about FBA, which is insane within itself.
Don't you see the
Well,
FBA's chat?
according to ChatGPT,
Go ahead, sir.
the concept aims to foster a sense of pride unity, and acknowledgement of the specific history of Black Americans whose lineage is rooted in U.S. slavery, while also advocating for policies and recognition that address their historical and contemporary challenges.
Okay, so
So
what specific policies? Like, what's the objective?
Reparations. That's their big
reparations
goal.
is one objective, but one of the biggest objectives, soldiers of finance, is for recognition in everything, and that's the danger. And Gimpy's been there with me. When you speak about Western civilization, you speak about the glories of Western civilization. There's some FBAs that are in the bushes. How come you didn't mention FBA? We did that. We did that. We did that.
We invented everything, bro.
You ask them, well, what did you really? So what did you build? Soldiers of finance, they will curse you out for asking them a follow-up question.
Dude, look at Jay in the chat. Yeah. Dude, just look at the FBAs in chat, man. You want to see what FBA is? Just read the chat as we talk.
Well, I got something for you. So Supreme Abdullah-Jabbar said, y'all speaking on a topic and y'all haven't done your research. This sounds crazy. So let me bring this to your attention. Hold on. So a little further up, right? A little further up, we have someone saying that FBA is lineage, right? Further down at the bottom, we have someone saying that FBA is absolutely not lineage at all. See, and then right in the middle, we have someone saying that someone told them that someone told them that foundational Black Americans and American descendants of slavery were the same thing. So how in the world can we know about something that half of nobody knows about?
Reason.
Like what
research
I was saying
earlier.
I'm telling you, these guys come out with the craziest dude. These guys, CT, right? They come out with the.
Let me. I'm the Negro Whisperer. Reason. This is exactly what I am speaking about. There is no codified structure to this. This is a group of just different sects, SECTS, sect. And what can happen with sectarian groups, you get sectarian violence. And I'm telling you, it's jokes now. It's threats now. But these are dangerous people. And this is why they do need a leader. See, Tariq is taking their money. See, Tariq, he's exploiting them. He's taking their money. He's playing off their emotions.
Dude,
all the while,
show that thing of him in the Bentley.
Oh yeah, I gotta find. Yeah, we gotta find that video of him in the Bentley. All the while, he lives in a white community in L.A. His wife is half white, and he is separating himself from blacks. He's a charlatan. But this could get really dangerous, man. I'm telling you. And I've experienced this type of stuff with these people. See, what's happening now is that you got different people coming to this country that are succeeding. Different people with different types of trauma. And what's going to happen with these FBAs? A lot of their ills and plights are going to fall on deaf ears, and they are not going to be able to handle it. Because for so many years, soldiers of finance, for so many years, Gimpy, for so many years, Logic, these niggas have been allowed to cry and bitch and complain, and everybody's listened to them. But see, not in the golden era, don't nobody care about your trauma story. How come you ain't capitalized off of this country? And people are gonna start saying things openly now, black, white, etc. Hey, why don't you go to Africa? We got emerging economy.
Didn't you see that? Didn't you see that school board meeting this week where the guy from the Mexicans getting up complaining about the education, and some dude in the crowd is like, "Why don't we go back to Mexico?"
And all the white women,
like people are just gonna start speaking their mind because Trump, dude, what did Trump do to Bass in LA?
And Logic, you are an individual that you're a good guy, but you are an individual that fights the good fight, and you have children. But the most toxic thing, and respectfully, your kids can learn now is this FBA nonsense, which I believe is a part of the critical race or the racial storylines they are going in these schools. You got to get these.
Let me ask this, right?
Oh, no,
is there any truth to it? Like, because
No.
there's there. All right,
No.
let me explain. Right, because there are some like historical elements of Black history that have gotten erased. I mean, you go back to I forget which president, but which one showed what's that
Woodrow
movie
Wilson.
that showed what's the
Woodrow
name of that
Wilson.
movie?
Birth of a
Birth
Nation.
of a Nation in the education system. I mean, in the White House. But he
Woodrow
also,
Wilson. Birth of a
yeah,
Nation. Yep.
yeah.
Hmm.
So Birth of a Nation was playing in the White House. But you also have um, Darwinism, which had the element of Black people being inferior. So Darwinism was infused into public education as well. So you kind of have uh, this systemized view of Black people being inferior based on the Darwinistic theory. But even beyond that, there were a lot of Black Americans that helped expand, and you would call them colonizers. Like, this movement would call them colonizers. Um, but there were a lot of Black Americans that helped expand the American idea across the country that don't get recognized. So, like, is there like a thread of truth in any of this? Because I think even if we talked about those elements of Black history, a lot of Black people wouldn't like those things. But I
Dear
mean,
dear brother, you are a very, very good guy. You are. I would even argue you would have walked with Jesus. You're a good guy, beautiful guy. But I even think sometimes, Logic, that maybe you don't even understand the world. Logic, that's nice. I get it. We all get it. Darwin said this: birth of a nation showed Black men raping white women. Oh, okay. But what about these Indians that are coming to this country that can say the same thing? Hey, man, 150 million of my people were killed off by the British. What about the girls that I dated in college from Rwanda who literally saw their family members exterminated, caused by the Belgium, perpetrated by the Hutus in 1994, which was just around the corner? What about all the atrocities that have literally taken place within the last 30 years? We get it, brother. We get it.
Let,
Things
let me let
happen
me
to the foundational Black Americans. But, brother, I am telling you, the cries of these niggas are going to be faded out because so many other people have the same trauma stories, but they don't come over here talking about it. They come over here winning. And I'm telling you, the next 4 years, man, these FBAs, I'm telling you, these people are going to go absolutely crazy. I got a few niggas that follow the channel stalking FBAs. They got the little stupid flags. And here goes my FBA flag, motherfucker. And I'm going to kill you when I see you. Okay. What's happening with these FBAs? I'm almost done. What's
okay.
happening with these FBAs? It's the first time in a very long time, Gimpy, people are telling these people, y'all ain't that important on a global scale. And I think that's going to be the biggest problem here. Go ahead, God.
Look, real quick. Let me go to this
Giannis,
comment.
can we bring somebody up on the panel? I want a foundational
Hold on
Black
one
American
second.
to call
Let me
in.
go to this. Let me go to this comment. Supreme Abdul Jabbar has been doing nothing to educate or say anything intelligent. It's just attack after attack. Now we all got up here and said, with the exception of Chaotic, that we didn't know what the hell this was. So right now, what we're doing is we're inquiring. We're trying to learn, and you're not helping because all you're doing is attacking. You
Yeah,
haven't
but
said
that's
you haven't
you're,
posted
he's
That's
proving
what
one.
chaotic's
You haven't
hold on.
posted one educational thing.
But
Not
that's what
one.
he's saying. That's exactly what chaotic is saying, is that you can't say the three letters out loud without invoking the violent hellfire that comes behind it. He's trying to say that whatever you're going to say, whatever nice words, rationalization, educated, well-spoken individual stuff is babble, because behind it comes someone looking to punch you in the face.
Well,
And
when
that's
when
what that
the
issue
the
is.
panel the majority of the panel is asking questions.
No, I know, but we're talking about the chat. But look at the guys, the FBA in the chat, the guy Jay, the one you're referencing. They're all angry, violent. That's what he's pointing out. It's not a calm. It's not about intellectual property. It's not about moving the cause along. It's about flexing some muscle of. That's what he's trying to say. That demonstrates that. That's the evidence.
Gimpy. And can we bring a foundational Black American on the panel? You ain't got to get on camera. Soldiers of Finance. You didn't know about this stuff until this panel. And you said something that I keep on talking about. These niggas have created such a cult that you can't question anything, and you figured it out. All we are doing is asking questions, and look at they're doing. I got a nigga that follows me, foundational Black American of Tariq ilk, who follows me on my chat. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to give him any credit.
For the family.
The nigga, oh, well, there you go. The nigga, the nigga, same complexion as Gimpy. I'm a pure
guy. I know if he self-doxed himself.
I'm a pure Black. And I got a half breed who probably got more European blood than Gimpy. He's mad at me because of my opinions. The nigga one day said, man, F you, man, the foundational Black Americans, we built up America. We had cities 1,000 years ago. All I said was, oh, really? So can you give me a description of the city? Can you explain to the audience, hey, I'm willing to meet you halfway, nigga. Can you explain the systems and the institutions and how supplies got into the city? Soldiers of Finance, ask me what the foundational Black American said to me. Just ask me.
What he asked? What he
said, fuck you, bitch. I ain't talking to you. Gimpy was there. These people are violent, man. They are violent and they are unhinged, and you can see it in the chat. Hey, man, this is a terrorist organization.
Or the family threatens violence on the
This is a terrorist organization in the making. And if I were the FBI director, not Pete Halfsec, Cash Patel, I'll put these niggas on a watch list. I'll put Tariq on it, Dr. Umar. I'll put, just like how they redesignated the Houthis and all these people. I'll put them niggas on a watch list because these people are Soldier of Finance. Look how they treating you right now. Look how they treating people. These niggas are dangerous, man. And what it is that you can't question doctrine.
So soldiers, you got called a tether, right?
Okay. I don't know. I mean, so okay.
But what were you talking about when you were called
this all thing?
I don't even remember. I was asking. I think I asked a question about what's the objective. What's the FBA objective? And apparently that triggered
being designated
Abdul Jabbar or whatever the hell his name is.
No. But dude, remember in your comments on Soldiers of Finance, you asked me, what does tether mean? Right? Like you, not me, but you asked the group chat.
Yeah, weeks ago. Yeah.
Right. Like so.
Was that in reference to you, or was that in reference to Tiffany Henyard?
No. Yeah, somebody was talking about Tiffany Henyard. Yeah.
Soldiers of Finance.
Yeah. Go ahead.
See, you guys are new. Gimpy's not new to this. See, I'm a whistleblower. See, I'm a snitch. I'm a tattletale. And I tell on these niggas. The niggas say they are oppressed. These niggas say that they are under white supremacy. Gimpy, you've seen it. Ask one of these foundational Black Americans that follow Tariq. Turn your camera on, nigga. Ask them! Most of these niggas are half-breeds. Most of these niggas live on cul-de-sacs in the suburbs around white folks. Ask them. Got a nigga telling me he's oppressed for the family, and the nigga is driving around in a white man's car. He had a Mercedes that day. That's white.
Mercedes-Benz.
A Mercedes. See, Soldiers of Finance, they want to kill me because I expose the lie. These niggas aren't oppressed. They've never seen oppression. But there's a lot of money and there's a lot of trauma bonding in oppression. And none of these niggas right now, even when you put the link in the chat, see, they know not to call in with me. See, they might call in if I drop off and go use the bathroom. They'll call in. Hey, I gotta take a shit. They call in. But these niggas know not to call in with me. Let me see your hair, nigga. Let me see your girlfriend or your wife. Let me see where you live at. You oppressed, right? These niggas aren't oppressed. And these foundational Black Americans, I keep saying it, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening because ain't no listen. I expose them left and right. That old nigga.
So tell me what happened with Fat Joe.
Again, Logic. I'm not yelling at you. Logic. I'm just passionate about this because I want to save everybody's life. You can't question doctrine. Now, the Hispanics or Puerto Ricans in New York, they have every right to say we had an infusion in hip hop, which they might have had, right? Maybe some sort of dress, dance, whatever. I would even argue that a lot of rap was influenced by the Caribbean because Black American women didn't dance like that. That shit comes from the islands in Africa. But when you question it, you are public enemy number one. Black, white, it don't matter. Not white. They're afraid of white people. But if you question, you question these people, you're enemy number one. I'm telling you, this is dangerous. Excuse me, guys. He was talking about Tariq right here.
Call you a tether, brother, right? Like you know this. You're holding them all back. You're preventing them from getting credit from all those intellectual properties that they got stolen from them. Dude, that's why they all hate you in the chat, and that's why you're going to get a fade next time you show your face in public, bro. Right? Old men, 80-year-old. Dude, 80-year-olds threaten him. Like, it's no joke. He's not kidding, man. Like, I know it's a laugh. We're all having fun, but, like, I want to support anyone who wants to identify a part of some set, right? Like, feel free, man. This is America. Whatever you want to do, dude. But he's not kidding, dude. You're not allowed to ask questions. It's like the first rule of Fight Club.
I don't get it.
You can't talk about Fight Club. It's seriously that. I mean, go listen to some of this. Like out in the universe are him and Tariq fighting in X spaces. You should listen to that stuff. It's educational, man. You'll see.
So Fat Joe says
Black culture.
So the Fat Joe says these rumors were made by radical black racists. Joe declared in a clip from the podcast back in December 21st. He accused FBA members of promoting divisive rhetoric and targeting individuals who aren't Black Americans. They criticize anyone who ain't Black American and use social media to attack others, labeling the group as broke Black racists.
Yeah.
CT just wants to take it a step further and call them domestic terrorists.
They are. I'm telling you, man, I have the ability to read a room. And I'm telling you, man, the beauty of man is that we are able to have discourse. We are able to use intellectualism and talk. You can't talk with these people. You can't. These people reason. Logic.
I gotta say this.
They don't respect the First Amendment.
Okay, hold on.
Just hear me out. They don't respect the First Amendment. These people, I wish I could kick these niggas out the car. I wish I could kick each and every last one. Go ahead.
Allow me to say this. We are not naive here. There are always two sides to every story, and I know we don't have a lot of time left. But I was really hoping that somebody from the chat, it was an FBA, would hit this link to at least give your side of the story, because right now Chaotic is just going off and he's saying no one has the balls to do it. Like, so I don't know.
They're not gonna
my
call
thought process is there's always two sides to every story.
Reason, I'm gonna tell you why again.
Dude, they're telling you their side in the chat.
They're telling you their side in the chat, but they know I'm like the whisperer. You know, like that dude who's a dog whisperer. He shut up a pit bull. You know, grab that motherfucker.
Yeah, but you're gonna have a very, like, to be fair, like, so I just want to point something out. You're doing what you do on your show, and it's fun today because it's FBA, and just for the audience, sometimes we have more intellectual Star Trek-y discussions that you guys from CT shows hate. But that being said, he's going to be on the ladies' show later for the first segment because they're talking FBAs there. And you're going to have a very different type of conversation because you're going to deal with someone who knows what they're fucking talking about. He's educated, he's well-spoken, and we've met him. Like, he's a friend of our show. I'm just saying, like, it's a different thing. Like, it's easy for the families, but a guy like Dave Anderson, right? That's who's coming out. It's a whole nother conversation, CT. He's well-spoken. He knows what he's talking about. He wasn't We Was Kings guy. He's a guy you can respect talking about that stuff. You know, it's all fun and games when you deal with the imbeciles in the world, but there
Right.
are some well-spoken FBAs who are worthy of a
Oh, of
listen
course.
to reasons.
But
I mean,
but that's why I asked the question, Gimpy, about like, is it one of those kind of BLM movement? Because FBA, like Foundational Black American, that's something that you can adopt. You can adopt if it is like your lineage, if that's what the movement, quote unquote, movement is built on. Now, what do you want as a result of that? I don't necessarily know, because if we just look at American history, period, right? There's a lot of Black Americans that contributed and a lot of white Americans that contributed, but I do believe there is a whitewashing of history. But if we brought back the actual contributions that Black Americans had in history, a lot of current Black Americans would not be on board with Black Americans because they would look like colonizers. But that's just my thing about it, because again, I think there's this badge that we're putting on it, foundational Black American. And while there is a doctrine, I understand that there is a doctrine. There's a doctrine to Black Lives Matter. There was a doctrine to DEI, but the general public that say, "Hey, I'm a foundational Black American," will look at the word, ignoring the doctrine, and say, "Yes, I can. I rock with that because yeah, I'm American. I'm Black American. I'm a foundational Black American," not truly knowing what it means. That's kind of what I'm saying, and then they can kind of adopt that into their own arguments of what it means to be a foundational Black American without acknowledging the cult part of it. They just adopt their own thing of I know this term exists. I identify with that particular term, and I'm just rocking with it. And what it means to me is what it means to me.
Yeah,
can I
shout out
rant
to
once?
DH for with the $1.99 super chat. We appreciate you. Shout out to Logic with the Logic. Yeah.
Right. Always. Always, brother. Well
So I
spoken.
mean, y'all not gonna respond to that? I mean,
I do. I have a response. Can I rant on that? Can
yeah,
I give
please,
a rant?
please.
Like, I feel in this new golden age, I think that the first thing we all got to get the. I'm sorry. This might not be a good for the video, but like the first thing we got to get the fuck on board with is that it's Pax Americana, right? If we're gonna fight with anybody, let's fight with everyone who is an American. I don't care that you're black, Chinese, brown, plaid, green, man, woman, gay, straight. The only ones are the degenerates that I have a problem with, trying to trans kids, stuff like that. Enough is enough. We're Americans. Like seriously, everyone. We are Americans. If it means going to send Marines and invade and conquer Greenland, let's go conquer Greenland. There's reason why empires spur massive amounts of innovation and growth, dude. When you act like an empire and you throw your weight around, I'm sorry, like what how is the Dutch or the Danes or Finland or Spain or Italy? Talk to us. How? They need our military to enforce their peace. Our military is what enforces the peace on every corner of the earth. That is the thing that keeps Russia or China having their way endlessly around the globe. So maybe it's enough time to stop worrying whether you're a foundational Black American, a neo Nazi, or some Jew or whatever. Can we just all be Americans and remember that everyone else isn't us? And we've got to remember that there isn't a love for the rest of the world, just the empire. Just us. We can fight with everyone else. You want to fight with someone? Go fight with a European, an African. But we're all here. We're all Americans. Being an American should count for more than all of this bullshit in this golden age. I'm just saying, like, we should, whether you want to conquer or not, you should look at it that we're the blessed and everyone else should kiss our ass because it used to be that way and we were in charge. And now everyone fucks us endlessly. Trade, politics, we only boss around the smallest of the small when we should be bossing around everyone. I mean, do you disagree, Bling? Like, from a financial sense, is America making any wins in the real world? You're muted.
Is America making any what?
Wins. Like, are we really like these tiny little countries aren't sapping us in trade and
I
negotiation
mean,
when we should be dominating them?
we're starting to see some of that, definitely. Transactions in dollars are down, reserves in dollars are down. That's how you would measure it. So yeah, we're heading into a bipolar world in terms of uh, economic power between us, the Western hegemony, and the BRICS, or the Eastern hegemony.
That I'm just saying, like, shouldn't it be that instead of squabbling about which American is which, we should all be we're Americans and let's go kick everyone else's ass instead?
Well, look, my philosophy is you could talk all you want, but without economic power as an individual, as a group, whatever your group is, okay, without economic power, you're just talking. Okay. So, I don't know. Maybe the FBAs have some sort of economic infrastructure. I'm totally unfamiliar with the group. Um, but without that, I mean, you're just talking.
All right, so I got laughed at in the chat earlier about asking the question saying didn't FBAs help Trump get elected? But then DH here making the comment FBAs are proud Americans, most are Trump supporters and believe in civility and free enterprise. So I am literally confused. I think I'm leaving this podcast tonight with more questions than I have answers.
First of all, the leader.
Hold on one sec before you go. At DH, is anyone on this panel an actual foundational Black American, or does anyone have an immigrant background? So check this out. Chaotic is going to be on with the ladies tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. for the first segment, Pop and Politics. We are also going to have a true foundational Black American with Anthony Anderson coming in as well. So this is going to
Dave
be
Anderson.
Dave
I don't
Anderson.
know
I
Anthony
apologize.
Anderson.
I keep doing that. I apologize.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing that forever. So
Man, that's
yeah,
supposed to be one of your
check.
brothers.
I know. Check that show out. And also, DH says I'll call in. It's 7:28. There are 2 minutes left. The link's in the chat. You've got 2 minutes. Make it happen, man. So yeah, we'll look for
Look
it.
at Bob.
We
We
got a
love Bob. Bob with the
super chat.
$5 super chat. I think America should serve itself first without hoarding. We should be a gentle giant that has a horrible temper when angered. I'm not mad at that. Again, we should just my point is we should look at it as a Pax Americana, like a little more imperious, a lot less progressive liberal, right? Like a smidge of imperious, chaotic, and a lot less of this progressive globalist dude. No, we should be dictating the policy properly, and the order will. You have to have an order to things, and what we do is we try and get everyone to get consensus, and then you have all of this. These tribes form. I'm this group. I'm that group. I'd rather just be an American. I'm sorry. Like at the end of the day, I'd rather us all come together and kick the crap out of the rest of the world.
I get that. And Swish, to answer your question, it's Pop and Politics on YouTube. You put in Pop and Politics, it'll come up. It's like the main Pop and Politics. So check us out right
Pop
after
and
this at 8
Politics
o'clock.
Live. That's the channel. At Pop and Politics.
Or
Live,
at Pop and
right?
Politics
Like,
Live,
that's
or
what
just
you're
Pop
looking
and
for.
Politics. Hit it. You'll see us.
And come check out CT. Have to have an honest debate about foundational Black Americans, moderated by KJ and the ladies. Man, this should be some heavy hitter.
In the Soviet Union, and Gimpy, you could probably help me out here. There was a saying: you couldn't have a conversation without the government knowing about it. Meaning that you could be in your home and your neighbors could listen in on you, and it was the duty of you to report any dissidents to the state. That's how I'm feeling about the foundational Black Americans under Tariq Nasheed. These mother, I'm telling you, they don't
The
respect
guy Dave Anderson that you're about to have a conversation with, man, he's a
I'm-
very chill dude. I'm very curious. I don't know that you've ever talked to one like
that conversation because I'm telling you, man, they don't respect white people. They don't
Dude,
respect.
those are for the families. They don't respect anything.
But Gimpy, you and I both know, Gimpy, my God, it's more for the families that
Dude, you know what? Like again, but one Dave Anderson is worth 100 for the family.
No, oh my God.
I'm telling you, go check him out. Listen, have the conversation with him. You'll see, bro.
No. Okay, I had a conversation.
He's a business owner. He helps. He educates. He mentors. He's in the community. Dude, he has the tangibles, right? That's the word we like to talk about.
I mean, okay. All right.
Like, I'm not saying, like, dude,
look, guys, hold on. Look. Just the guys, Pop and Politics, All American Talk, KJ Christian Conservative. They're all Metro Conservative Media content. So if you want to check us out, there's a link tree that we can pop up here. Just go to Linktree. Hold on, where's the link tree? Where's the comment?
Also, these are all of our shows right here. We are just the
Where's the link tree?
guys.
There it is.
Popping
Also, don't
politics.
forget to check out
Yep.
Soldiers of Finance on
As
his
well.
channel, Chaotic Truth Live on his channel. Guys, come together. Let's make this a whole movement. We got to fight the bureaucracy. Agenda 2025.
Absolutely.
Right on, right on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here, guys. We a little overtime.
There we
Yeah,
go.
DH. We'd love to have you come on next time. I mean, we're like, we enjoy all of our audience, all of our chat. If you guys want to come up next time, I mean, I don't know how often we'll be next week. We'll probably have a different topic, but we still want to hear from you guys. We appreciate
Yeah.
the fact that you guys are chilling with us tonight. Thank you for everybody. Jason, you're here all the time. We appreciate you. Vega, appreciate it. Bob, we
We love you,
appreciate you.
Bob.
Bob, you're the man. Israel Grace, thank you so much. Woman Queen, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys being here tonight. So we're
DM
gonna get
Phil,
out of
brother.
here.
Good
Check
looking.
us out. We are MCM. We're going to we'll be
Yeah.
for Poppin' Politics at 8 o'clock tonight.
Yep.
Check the ladies out. CT will be there for the first segment.
Yeah.
We'll also have David Anderson as well. Thank you guys for being here. Have a wonderful evening. Always a pleasure. Good night.
Guys, salute to everybody in the chat. See something, say something. Report an FBA that's talking against the United
CT's
States.
setting up a tip line, folks.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh yeah. And thank you so much, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Any last words, guys?
Yo, remember we bringing back shame, fellas. So I don't know if FBAs need to get the bring back shame stamp, or we need to hold off for now. But we gonna bring back shame in 2025.
Thank you guys so
Well,
much.
you guys know me. It's all about God and family. That's me. There's for people who think that marriage is wrong. It's not. Like it's really not. We have to find a way, especially in our culture, and I say it a lot, to love the people that share your reflection. Stop being stupid. Stop being violent and killing each other. Nah, man. We got to put families together, create better families, create more families, love each other. That's how we get further along in society and life. So I feel
Thank you
about
so
it.
much, guys.
Copy.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much, guys.
Absolutely.